This is the Madden Championship Series from USAA Stadium. As the official salute to service partner of Madden and the NFL, USAA is proud to serve the military community and their families. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill? Maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
Stafford going to throw from the outset. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Ah, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
Here's Stafford. Smith catches left side. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be second down. Now a play fake it at Stafford. Goes right back to Smith again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. On the sneak, it's Stafford. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Wiggles free. Still going. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 38 yards for Kyren Williams. And the Rams will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So that a very nice-looking touchdown run.
And on his first carry of the game as well. And you remember, Brandon, we talked to him yesterday, and he thought he was going to have a big game. He thought everything aligned perfectly. He liked what the defense was presenting, and he really liked what he was getting from his blockers.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Bucks now to take over for the first time. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, he's got a BUCCS. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown. Emeka Egbuka from 21 yards away. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from drawing level.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucks. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 9. Stafford now to throw. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Throwing, Mayfield. That is incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. A third down gain of 19. Mayfield now. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Bucks have taken the lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now it's Stafford. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now the Bucks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory even if they don't get it, though. Stafford. That is caught. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua, 44 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You've got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Brandon, nothing short of a shocker here. I mean, this is pretty close to chip shot range. Most kickers, they're going to hit the top of the net, maybe even put it over the net. And I know this one didn't get blocked, yet it doesn't even get there.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Mayfield looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So we are deadlocked at... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucks come up on 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his big tight end here. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Mayfield with it once more. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. 2 catches in the 1st half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, this might very well have been 4-down territory, but that's not going to matter now. They get a nice throw there on 3rd down, and they're able to keep the drive going.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards. And they'll run with Tucker. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Sean Tucker taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Here's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd. Conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the BUCCS 44-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Stafford now to throw. He hits Adams, complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the BUCCS 28. Up the middle, it's Williams.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now it's Stafford. Got a man. It's Higbee, complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go, 1st and goal. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Stafford. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Stafford. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sidelines?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Here's Baker. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Here comes 2nd down. Now Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
I give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the heart of Spain and the magnificent Santiago Bernabéu in the capital city of Madrid. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
And he remains the league's premier rushing threat and one of the biggest playmakers among quarterbacks. His goal each and every season, continue to expand his game as a passer and become well-rounded. All those highlight reel plays you see, they come off the fact that he can run it, throw it, and scares defenses every time he takes a snap.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Off the option, here's Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. From the gun, Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now there's a short one taken in by Otten. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. From the gun, Mayfield. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Down to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 60 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they
Kick it away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Loose inside the 30.
And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
All came together for the offense on that one. A short throw that turned into a nice pickup. Big-time yardage downfield, and as a defender, against that type of a route, you'd better take the proper angles. Otherwise, that's the end result. You give up a big chunk of yardage to the offense.
7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Mayfield to throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Throwing, Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Play action. It's Jackson.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
2nd and 10.
Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jackson will keep it. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to. That. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Second down and 4.
Mayfield now. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now Mayfield.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
After the interception, here's Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Henry is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Now it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson from the shotgun.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
To throw again is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson.
They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Johnson to return it. So these two teams.
You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The BUCCS offense set to begin this third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He'll start with a give to Henry. He gets away from one. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 3rd and 3. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll run for it with Henry. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Here's Mayfield. And a catch right side by Evans. And Evans will have a Bucs first down as he'll get this down to the 41. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. There's Evans again, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Bucks. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Jackson now. An escape. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Here's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. Where will the pressure come from? 4th and 6 now. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. Here we go. This is 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
Mayfield. Looking middle, and he's got Ibuka. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Tucker. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they take a knee. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the second half, that has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time poring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close. Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. What a day from Madrid. Glad you were here with us as we say so long from the Spanish capital. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the heart of Spain and the magnificent Santiago Bernabeu in the capital city of Madrid. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucks are underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the third overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here now, 2nd and 4. In motion goes the tight end. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Johnson on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards. Mayfield with it once more. Caught on the slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so...
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bucs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Kalijah Kancey
busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Now Darnold keeps it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. A shotgun snap for Darnold.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now it's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Cooper Kupp.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Mayfield to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now Mayfield.
He's got his receiver. That's Ibukka.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And again, it's Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they potentially could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hanson. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon. Madden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the 2nd half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. To throw, Mayfield.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jobe. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So out come the Bucks now. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 25-yard line. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Quick throw, finding Mike Evans. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold going up top for Kupp. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news,
Plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Tucker. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Mayfield.
Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Mayfield. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion, but now kick the field goal. Get the lead, let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Mayfield to throw.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, You kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Darnold to throw. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. That's caught inside the 20. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So Mayfield and the Bucs down 28-21. A little under 40 seconds to go. They've got to travel the full 75 yards, and time is obviously a huge factor here. 1st and 10. Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Baker. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down after a gain of about 9, and compounding things, it's now 3rd down as well. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
It was a long shot, but they did get one final chance. Magnificent Santiago Bernabeu in the capital city of Madrid. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard. On play action, Rodgers. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
On play action, now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. On fourth down, the Steelers call on Corliss Waitman to punt. Muscles him off. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Mayfield to throw it. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mayfield with it once more. And there's a short one taken in by Otton. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Heck of a start for him here, Charles, on this opening drive, and they're doing it all through the air. That's 4 snaps and 4 passes so far.
I do think that there's an argument, Brandon, to maybe mix in a running play or two, but the way that these offenses are constructed, you can get that done with swing passes and checkdowns. The way they're throwing it, I'd keep pressing it downfield.
Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get it down inside the 25. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield.
Going across the formation, there's Otten with it.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cade Otten, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Calvin Austin.
48 yards.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Finding Otten once more.
He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Mayfield now from the 50.
He'll find his tight end, Payne Durham.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Open man is Ibuka.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Second down and 3.
And again, it's Mayfield.
He's got Otten.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Throwing, Mayfield.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Rodgers. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the BUCCS are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
The BUCCS offense set to begin their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half, Mayfield.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So these 2 teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen with our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
A 1-touchdown ball game. 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The BUCCS offense set to begin this third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Mayfield now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. To throw, Mayfield. To the right side, catch made by Ibuka. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Mayfield to throw it. And this is caught by Evans. And Evans will have a BUCCS first down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line. 9 yards that time. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. 2nd down and 6 now. Here's Mayfield. Finding Evans here, going across the middle of the field. Mayfield with it once more. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's Chris Godwin who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And it's picked up, and he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Steelers set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing now is Rodgers. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw, it's Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Adam Thielen, 45 yards. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Boswell good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, It was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Finding Otten once more.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Oh, he's got a BUCCS. That's complete.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers going to throw. He finds Austin complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the give, it's Warren.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. A handoff for Warren. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
What a day from Madrid. Glad you were here with us as we say so long from the Spanish capital.